Hello students, welcome to the yet another session on C programming language. This is Gursimran from PG Department of Computer Science and IT, Dwaba College, Jalandhar. In this session, we will discuss a variation of for loop that is known as nested for loop. We will start our discussion with the definition of the nested for loop, then we will discuss its working, and in the last, we will try to develop a program to draw a star pattern as you can observe on the screen. So let's start our discussion with the definition. A nested for loop can be defined as a for loop within a for loop. You can observe the flowchart of the nested for loop on the screen. Now we will try to understand the working of the nested for loop. Here we have two loops, the outer loop and the inner loop. First of all, the initialization of the outer loop will take place. After the initialization of the outer for loop, the test condition will be checked. If the test condition will be evaluated as false, the next statement will be executed. It means the inner loop will never be executed. But if the test condition will be evaluated as true, then you will get into the inner loop. First of all, the initialization of the inner for loop will take place. After the initialization of the inner for loop, test condition of the inner for loop will be checked. If the test condition will be evaluated as true, the block of the inner loop will be executed. After the execution of the block of the inner loop, the modification will be performed to the variable of inner for loop. After performing the modification, the test condition will be evaluated once again. Now suppose if this time the test condition will be evaluated as false. Now the modification to the variable of outer loop will be performed. After performing this modification, the test condition of the outer loop will be checked. If the test condition will be evaluated as true again, then the initialization of the inner for loop will take place again. Now you have to note this point. The initialization of the outer for loop will be performed only once, but the initialization of the inner for loop will be performed every time when you will be directed from outer loop to the inner loop. Every time the inner loop will be initialized. So it means inner loop will be initialized multiple times whenever you will be directed from outer loop to the inner loop. After the initialization, the test condition will be checked again. If the test condition will be evaluated as true, the body of inner loop will be executed and the modification will take place. After the modification, the test condition will be checked again. If it will be found true, if it will be evaluated as true, the inner loop block will be executed, or if it will be evaluated as false, the modification of the outer loop will be performed. So I guess, I hope you got to know the working of the nested for loop. Now let's develop a program to draw a star pattern. So here in this program, we have three variables I, j and n. In n, we will ask the user to enter the number of rows and we will store that number at the address of n. So here we have two loops, the outer loop and the inner loop. First of all, the outer loop will be initialized. After the initialization of the outer loop, the test condition will be checked. If it will be evaluated as true, you will be directed towards the inner for loop. In inner for loop, first of all, the initialization will be performed. Then the condition will be evaluated. If it will be evaluated as true, this inner loop block will be executed. After the execution, the increment or the modification will take place. After the modification, the condition of inner loop will be evaluated once again. Now suppose if this time it will be evaluated as false, then you will be directed to the modification of the outer loop. After the modification, the test condition will be evaluated. Now if it will be evaluated as false, you will be directed to the next statement. But if it will be evaluated as true, you will be directed to the inner loop again, and the process will again be repeated. Now let's execute our program. And you also need to notice one more thing. Here the variable I, it will take care of the number of rows, and the j variable, it will take care of the columns. So in first pass, the value of the I will be 1. I will be 1 and j will be initialized as 1. So j will run up to I. It means it will run up to 1. So only one element will be displayed. After this, the I will be incremented, but the j will again be initialized at 1. And this time j will run from 1 to 2. Two elements will be printed. Now let's check this in our program. So let's execute our program, and let me enter the number of rows as 5s. Now you can observe a star pattern has been displayed. Now let's enter a space between the stars to make it more prominent. Now let's execute it once again, and let me enter the number of rows as 5 again. Now as you can observe, I run up to j. First time one element will be displayed. After the increment of the I, j will run from 1 to 2. Two elements that are basically stars will be displayed. I hope you are clear with the code also. Thank you very much for watching. See you in next session. Thanks a lot.